Well, hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Pocket Captains Plays Pixel Starships. Sorry I've been away so long, guys, but I went a little holiday, took my daughter camping for a week, and we went up to the grandmas and the grandpas, both of them, to the Papa's cottage, helped him load lumber up for the winter to burn wood, because he burns wood in his cabin in the north. Went to see the other grandma and grandpas. That grandma wasn't feeling so good. She'd been hurt, and it was good for my daughter to see them for a little while, and it was great just to get away with her. In the meantime, whenever I could find a minute or two, I logged into Pocket Captains and I updated my ship, and look at that, we've now reached level 7. We only just reached level 7. The only thing I've done was upgraded the lab and I upgraded the command center. But now that I'm actually logged into the Mac, I noticed the Mac has a brand new look to it. I mean, it's got some bells and whistles. Well, look at this. Click. Okay, now watch. Rearm. Look at the choices. I get to choose. This is new. This is not on my my iPhone. So that's kind of neat. Looks like I'm full of gas here. Haha. Art repeats as it represents life. So here we go. We're chugging right along. I've got my robots. I've got everything going, and I've been doing a little bit of experimenting. Not much. Again, I haven't really changed anything. I haven't looked at very much. I just watched it level up, and I decided to get a head start on this because the lab and the command center are a big deal for me, especially because I want to eventually use this water closet. So what are my thoughts? Well, quite a bit has happened in the game since I last logged in, as a matter of fact. One of which I'm going to touch on right at the top of the show, which is not so much fun, is, has anybody else noticed some stability problems with the game? I'm having a little trouble playing this game lately. Let's move this over here and talk. While I'm talking, I'll just move things around a bit. A little bit of trouble. First of all, when I went to this level, I was really annoyed. It dropped all my important rooms and left me vulnerable to attack. Very annoying. That's an aside. But the game hasn't been playing very steadily. I'm going in, I click on my dailies, I do my missions, and right in the middle, it just drops out and it won't reconnect. I tried to do a little bit of Starbuck gathering by touching on some Zeppelins today. No luck there. I did like 1, 2, but they wouldn't give me credit for them. So I don't even know if they're here. Well, that's other people looking in to say hi. I like that. Stardust. When I first saw the Stardust, I actually threw it into space not knowing what it was and what to do with it. And these beginner's guides, they're just choking up my thing here because I don't want them in my my warehouse. They're using up all the space. So I'm leaving them here in case I get a new guy. So I see where they were going with that. It was not a bad idea, I suppose, but I'm not sure it was necessarily a great idea. And they still come up every now and again. And my one friend, Captain Eric, he combined a whole bunch and made one that's so large that's actually a complete waste for whatever character he's leveling up. He isn't getting the chance to use that much. So, yeah, there's that. Then, well, let's take a look over here for a minute at the shop. Let's take a pause about some of the things I'm ranting about. I don't know. Should I get that today? If I get the Starbucks, maybe. Gives me an extra person. I'm trying for an overpowered ship. So over here, there's nothing to add. So resources are good. Weapon-wise, here's something to consider. Now, this is the one where you get fighters. And I notice at the highest level, fighters are very, very, very popular. I have yet to make a fighter group that makes me happy. Definitely going to get the plasma today. The teleporter's coming back on my radar. The simple reason is under the dailies, there are some missions I'm just not getting through. All my firepower, and I know I haven't leveled up my weapons yet, but all my firepower isn't burning through their systems fast enough, and I'm actually losing in dailies. So, the robot room. Definitely want another robot room. And here's what I'm thinking of doing. What if I were, and we'll come back over here. So, another bedroom? Must have. In fact, that's going to go in right now. I hope I have a spot for that. I do, right there. More bedroom means more crew, which means I live longer, and I've been banking a few crew members lying around with the rush command ready to assume positions on the ship, so that's a good thing. While I'm talking, I'll upgrade that. But this current method of, now mind you, my pew pew will go up a lot when I get that plasma cannon. So I may change my mind. The plasma cannon may do it, but I'm considering, well, let's see, there's 3 for this missile. 3 for this missile. Grant you, I haven't updated them yet. But what if I took those missiles off, gaining back the 6? I'm trying to, and again, this is supposed to be an overpowered ship. What's the most overpowering thing I can do? So what if I did that? I haven't done any respacing either, readjusting of this thing. And then I brought in a teleporter with a robot on either side. This one I got here, I got the one that was offered. I was looking for him very much. And he's helped run around, make repairs. He's a good early guy. And I think in this one I get the opportunity to make a border. I'm not sure. If I do, I'm going for it. What if he's a border? And I put a teleporter and another robot on the other side. So that's 2 more points for another robot room, I think. Defense. 3 for a robot room. And weapons. Always have to keep an eye on power. 3 there. So that's 3 and 3. That's a net gain of 0. If I remove this missile and this missile. So instead of firing missiles, which also have a delay, and put a teleporter on and beam 2 robots from either side continuously. As fast as the teleporter recharges, I send them over. I might look at the timing. Maybe I'll keep one as border and one as repair, and have it repair the teleporter, like isolate them. Because people like to use teleporters as a portal to boarding your ship. But if it's isolated from the rest of the ship and self-sufficient with its own little repair group and its own little attack group, any boarders that come on my ship via the teleport, like landing on my teleporter room, will be isolated from doing damage anywhere else. Meanwhile, the rest of my crew can feel free to pew-pew to their heart's content, shooting away. And I might replace these 2 bolters with the plasma cannon to keep the power balanced. Yep, that's what I'm thinking about. So I have the full power of the plasma adding to my pew-pew, put the rushers on the plasma cannon, and then have, instead of missiles, a teleporter harass. There it is. You see, there's my reconnect. It's happening a lot lately, and I just get kicked, and I have to go back in again. This time it's going to let me back in again. Ammo. So yes, the stability issue has been making it, for me, nearly unplayable. It's already not very enjoyable lately. It's a problem. But that said, you've roughly got an idea of my ideas for leveling up. I'm happy with the AI. I'm happy with how that works. Which brings me to another thing that they've added to the game. Now, I bought them and I tried them. And you aren't going to find it there because it's... was it the other... no, you know what? It might have been... I might have tried it out on... Nope, there they are. There's the AI chips. I tried out the AI chips. By the way, getting Dolores is now a high priority for me. She's simply one of the best hand-to-hand fighters because she gets an early one to charge and usually a second one to actually fire off her freeze, and really nobody ever fights back. That and 2 poison gas guys. I missed a poison gas guy the other day because I didn't have enough Starbucks. I'm very upset about that. It was a gold level. Wish I had it. If I had 2 poison gas at gold level, I would have been all set. Plus 1 Dolores. But, you know, that's the way it is. Anyway, back to the chips. I'm meandering through my story. I tried out these chips, and what they basically will do is, for people, and I didn't know this when I bought it, I just wanted to see what would happen. For people who are having a trouble with their AI, this will instill a fairly decent AI. I don't like it as much as my own AI choices, and I had to go back, not knowing that it was overwriting my own AI. I thought maybe it was used to, say, copy an AI of one you like so I could move it around more effectively. Well, live and learn. So I had to rebuild all the AI and my guys that I had one for the weapon room and one for my crews, and it's okay. I've kept them around because I don't know, they might make some changes. I think if we follow along, if I was just starting out, I probably would have tried it. The danger is, what would happen if I just said, well, this is as good as it gets and I'm not going to go and fiddle with it anymore? And fiddling with the AI is an important part of the game. So it's good. It gives them a boost. It gives people feeling like they're not overwhelmed. And actually, you can see the AI that's chosen, so it's a good foundation piece to build on. But you know what? If you want more help with the AI, just watch the show. And if you need help with your AI, Send me comments. I am reading them. I actually am reading the one guy's comment who said, unfortunately, I tried to respond for whatever reason. I was in the woods and it wouldn't work. But one person, why haven't you done a show in the wild? I felt bad for him because I intended to. I was just in the middle of nowhere. And when I came back from my camping trip, I'll be honest with you, I was all in, because when you go camping with your children, they're not doing the lifting that you might hope. You kind of have to do a little more lifting yourself. Oh, wait a minute. Do I get more armor too? Shop. Defense. A little more armor. That'll help. So I'm going to need a little bit of more resources. The ship, as it is now, and in all honesty, is not as tough as I would like. And that's just not good enough for, move that back, move this back, for what we're trying to do. We're trying for an overpowered ship. And I don't have an overpowered ship. That was the goal, and I'm not living the dream. So there's going to have to be some work done. Excuse me. You can go over there. Love the minigun. Still not sure how effective it is. And it seems the minigun now, by the way, at least the one that I'm playing, seems to have some kind of a shot limitation on it. So if you're fighting a bunch of successive battles, it's counting down. And then I think there's a point where it's just not going to fire anymore. That wasn't there when I signed up for it. But I noticed there's a countdown. A sort of a bar that's counting down. So I don't know why they put a limit on the minigun. I liked it a lot when I first got it, but now maybe I'm not as much in love with it as I used to be. Maybe I should look at the other alternative. The thing I like about the minigun is when it blazes away, even if it is a bit of weak sauce, the continuous fire keeps the other guy in that room. It keeps him from repairing and running away. And I always hit in the time that he's run away, and then he runs back in at full health and repairs the room I just hit. But the minigun blazing away keeps the guy in that room. It gives me a really much better chance of, you know what? Those are definitely in the wrong order. Don't you think so? I think they are definitely in the wrong order. So we'll move this stuff back a bit. Yeah. And I know these are temporary because I'm putting that bigger one in there. But I'm not quite ready for him yet. Oh yeah, he doesn't need to be up there. Not lined up with these big guys. Definitely some work needs to be done. And this can go back. And I want a nice block of area where I can put 2 or 3 guys. I'd put the 2 robot rooms and the teleporter side by side. So maybe over here is a good spot. The command center is just there temporarily. Doesn't stay there during battles, of course. Not helping. So I just wanted to make a little bit of space. Remove. I can't just dump this one because it's already made robots. And I want that shield room completely armored. I'll put that back here for the moment. And I'll put this over here for the moment. And minigun, I want it lined up with the others. Maybe not there. Maybe I'll move this here. And this here. This really needs to get some kind of a defensive, like a sack of sand or something. And then I'll put the bridge back in. But at this level, you see here, I'm replete with options, but the limitation is power. There just isn't that much power to go around. Yeah, I need the people. I want that crew. Getting the crew built up. So, yeah, those are the choices that I'm facing with immediately. I think I'm going to try as an experiment for being OP. I mean, I can always put if I take these guys off, remember, if I remove these outright, the AI that I've added to them doesn't just disappear. I can always put them back again. There's no harm in this. And I'll have to update these guys' AI to remember to go fix the teleporter. None of them are programmed really to do that except maybe as a last resort, which is another reason why it may be a good idea to keep at least one robot room working on repairs. And its primary job will be to repair the teleporter. Okay, this is not good unless it's connected to something. Let's get you connected. Let's move this up. And I'm seeing if I can create some more room. I mean, I picked this particular style of ship for its verticality, because there are some rooms I can just want to isolate. They're just not effective in the battle, like the bedrooms. We don't need to have them connected to the rest of the ship. So that verticality allows for certain rooms to be off by themselves with no problem whatsoever. Like over here, now I've got all kinds of options for things I can tuck in the back. That I would love to get rid of those blinkers. I'm saving up the Starbucks because I want to upgrade my crew. But I would love to get one of those blinkers for over there. Yeah, we'll put the bridge over here. Where's my gas reserves? They're up here. You don't need to be up there. Just riffing. Just thinking out loud. So, yeah, kind of like the bridge being over where I can see it in the middle. There's lots of room, lots of potential for me to work with. And if I were to go ahead and buy, say, this for 250, have to do some more dailies to get that. That I think will be my next purchase because it's a definite. I am definitely putting that in. And then I'll probably drop these two, but I'm not going to drop them now because, and even then, that's 2 points made up. But this one here, 1, 2, 3. So I'm down by 1 point. I could drop the water closet by a point, but I'm hoping the AI will allow it. If there's no AI for crew, go heal yourselves, I'm going to drop the water closet and get that point back. Otherwise, I'm going to have to conserve with a little bit of balancing using the AI, for example. Maybe borrow some point from the teleporter. Or maybe if I set the 2 robot rooms, one is just to repair the teleporter. It only powers up if the teleporter is damaged. That way I get the full power points I need for the plasma cannon to do as much damage as possible. It's possible. But not having any more reactors to choose from is definitely a limitation. Wait a minute. 1, 2. Yep, there's just 3. So I don't have any more reactors coming. That's it. That's all. I've bagged my quota. So this room is pretty well exhausted as well. So, that's the idea. Do I feel like the ship is overpowered? Not really. I find it very... Wait a minute. You are definitely updated, right? Turbo lift provides vertical maximum construction limit. Maximum construction limit. How did you get to maximum construction limit? Shouldn't I be able to update you now? Interesting. Okay. See, this is a different color, but it could be a fluke of the Mac, because the Mac is a bit of a different animal. And it is looking very different, so it looks like they've been working on this pretty hard. I would like to get the warehouse updated too. Maximum construction limit. Is there anything that isn't maximum construction limit? You are as well. I'm finding this hard to believe, guys. No way. Or are you telling me maximum construction limit because I have no more? I've only been upgrading 3 rooms. Ah, see, on the iPhone, it will let me at least look. Oh, no, don't do that. But here, it's not going to let me even look as long as I've got my 3 rooms already constructing. Isn't that interesting? So now what happens if I click on these? Upgrade. I can now, and I can start looking at the prices. The alternative to this is the Shield Buster, which is actually a really good weapon. I have it on my other ship as the Great Big Heavy Duty. And knocking down the shields might negate my need for... And this really does just take the shields right down. Maybe this will negate my need for the teleporter. I mean, I'm going to eventually get rid of the missiles anyway. Level 8, in fact, I get rid of them. So do I need the missiles now? Or do I go... There's a tempting idea, too, to say, well, if I switch from minigun to shield buster, and I have a plasma on board, maybe I don't need missiles at all and I save that power completely. And I keep the 2 bolters. Dump these for 6, keep these for 2. Well, one of them, so I get 3 subtracted off for this one. So this is 3 gone. I'm up 3 points, which is enough maybe to do the teleporter just as a gag. Or I could have it offline if I'm short power completely. Maybe I should just ditch the missiles. I mean, missiles are good and they have actually helped me, but they're so slow in firing. Maybe I can live without the missiles. Is this upgradable? No, it's not. It says profile. So that's maxed out. This one could go 1 more and it would take me... How long? Oh, it just did it. 15 hours. Bloody heck. Okay, so I can't do this now. I wanted to throw the plasma cannon on right away, but that's not going to happen. But what I can put on right away is I can bring back some old friends and station them on the ship. Here's my 1 rusher. And I believe this is also a rusher. And this is a rusher. So faster firing, or should I put them all in the missile rooms? Yeah, we'll put them in the missile room because the missiles, they hit early. I have room for no one else. So the rest of you guys, thank you very much for playing. It's too bad because you're purple. Healing Rain isn't as valuable to me now. You're also Healing Rain. Not all those guys are purple. Some of them are, oh, hello. What is your capability? That's an annoying thing. Yeah, maybe it's not. Maybe I guess it's okay. Tap the panel to close it. Okay. Yeah, Ultra Dismantle I don't need. And Crit I don't need. So, they're purple, but maybe I don't need them. I definitely need to get some more gold crew on board, and that's going to be a high level goal. And before I go too deep, maybe I should go ahead and, since I've already got my 1, 2, 3 rooms updating by accident, go ahead and update some of my vitally important crew. Well, anybody who can rush is vitally important. There you go. Rush away. So I got a lot of work to do. So that's the status of Black MacBeth. So what's going to happen the next time I log in, which won't be too much longer from now, the strategy will be bedrooms will be all up to date, and I'll have a full crew, and I'll be able to get my last person on, and it might be my Crit guy if I'm boarded, or Healing Rain. Healing Rain can come in handy because you can last a long time. What I really want, by the way, for a crew is I think instant repair. I want my rushers. Don't get me wrong. My rushers are essential. I want those early beam hits. But instant repair does make a huge difference. Because at higher levels now, I'm at level 8 on my other ship. Or I'm at 9. I guess I'm at 9. The hits are coming so far and so fast, the ability just to walk into the room and fully repair it could just save my life. So I'm considering that these days as a necessity for a crew. So we're considering switching this one to a shield buster, keeping these guys, getting rid of the missiles. As soon as I have to wait for that gun to repair, to completely, there's always a waiting time while it's being built. After it's built, drop the 2 missile rooms and go heavy into pew pew, with maybe a teleporter just for giggles, and we'll send over the robots to harass the enemy crew. Look at that thing, it's just continually updating. So anyway, that's my plan for the next show. If you guys have any questions about that, let me know. If you have any ideas about that, let me know, because I've done a little, first of all, throughout level 6, on defense, the ship won almost every battle. I think there was like 2 out of, and I was attacked a lot. I never lost on defense. Curiously, though, it wasn't as strong as I would have liked on offense. I would lose a few when I go attack, which is backwards for my experience. Usually I'm pretty good on the attack because there's a manual involvement, but you're terrible on defense. But this ship flipped it around. Lately, it hasn't been the story because as soon as you hit the upgrade button, even though you're not there at that level yet, it starts matching you against the next higher level ships again. So lately, I haven't been doing that great, but before that, it was all green, 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 green. So there's still some work on the attack, and maybe, I don't know, maybe the transporter harass with the robots might just get me there. That's all dependent on the research I can do, because right now, I can't build the harassing robots. I can only build these repairers, and they've been good, by the way. Did you know, when I first did this, I knew they repaired rooms. What I didn't know was they could also heal crews. But they don't seem to go seeking out crews to heal. They have to coincidentally be in a room they're heading in to repair. And if there's a guy sick in there, not only they'll start fixing the room, but they'll repair the guy. But I also found out they repair each other. When there's a robot in there and he runs into a burning room to repair it, it'll fix the room, heal anybody that's standing in there. He's damaged. The next one coming in will pop his heal and heal the other robot. So those robots will keep going. That's kind of cool. But for me to do the teleporter attack the way I've kind of planned it, I'm going to need these guys to be able to do boarding. And I can't remember if the boarding capability is in this level of research or not. So I'm going to try to tap this research up a little faster. You know what I mean? You click on the thing, not the money, but in the handheld. This is still not in the Mac version. You can research using the Zeppelin mechanic to speed up by watching commercials. So I may do that. So that's for those of you who've been wondering what I'm doing. I've actually been very busy and I've been planning quite a bit to make this an OP ship again. If you've been wondering about easy hits, well, progress is slow over there. And I don't like doing a show if there's not something to say. I think that's a little boring. Oh, and that's the way to end the show. Here's my next reconnect. So anyway, thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed the show. Please go over to our website if you want to see more things that we're talking about. I've noticed Pocket Captains, or PixelStarships also has a blog. I'll take a peek at that from time to time. But by all means, come on over to our blog where we don't just talk about this game. We will be talking more about other games. We've been experimenting with Starfleet, is it Starfleet Command for the iPad? Oh, I can't even remember what it's called now. They say it's a strategy game, maybe not, but I'll talk about that very soon. I've been playing it to experiment. I've also been experimenting on the PC with Endless Space, a strategy game. It looks like an heir apparent to Master of Orion. So we'll talk about that very soon too on the blog, and a few other strategy games we have in mind to bring up. So again, thank you very much for listening, everybody. And whatever else you do, please try to have a little bit of fun every day. Good night. Get more tips at pocketcaptains.com.